Hey, folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. This video for Thursday, January 19th, 2012 is sponsored by Realtic. All right, let's get right into the mix, folks. We have a lot to cover. First off, markets are floating higher again. Your next target of resistance is right around the 131.90 to 132 level. So keep a very, very close eye on that level at this point in time. All right, number one, that's going to be your next spot where you're going to expect a pullback in this market. In fact, that's what I'm looking for in terms of seeing an overall multi-day pullback. Not a huge pullback overall, but a multi-day pullback should occur off of that level. All right, you can see the markets again the last couple days just continuing to float higher, beautifully floating higher, and you're just off the highs of the day at this point on the SPY, which mirrors the S&P 500. Now, I'm going to cover some key stocks that I'm watching that I'm in as well. We'll cover that in a little bit, but before we do that, let's just take a look at the overall indexes. Right now, Dow up 37 points, NASDAQ up 22, S&P 500 up about 7 points on the day. Now, the key here to recognize, folks, is that the market again is floating higher into some major earnings after the bell today in tech land. All right, we're looking at Google's earnings, IBM, Microsoft, all reporting after the bell today. So my guess is you do get some volatility tomorrow. Expect that, folks, okay? Expect that volatility to kick up a notch tomorrow morning. Probably by tomorrow afternoon it quiets down, but nonetheless, look for that tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at how those stocks are performing. Google up about $3 on the day. The one thing that's interesting about Google is not only have you fallen off the highs here, but you could make a case that you have an in spirit of bearish pattern of consolidation here, which again tells us that maybe there's a little favoring to the downside on earnings. I'm very curious to see how this plays out. Now, I'm not short and I don't have puts. I don't play earnings in terms of buying or selling stocks. But again, just recognizing this pattern formation, does this tell us we're going to fall? All right. In addition, if we take a look at Microsoft, let's take a look at this. You can see Microsoft is quite extended. I mean, it really is extended. It's just off the highs here. Could it be retracing back to the 20 moving average on earnings? All right. And lastly, but of course not least, we have to take a look at IBM. IBM is a fascinating stock to me because you have a head and shoulders pattern here that is currently in play. Now, again, I'm not in any of these plays, short or long, into earnings, as I don't believe in playing them. But again, you have to recognize the head and shoulder pattern here as a very unique pattern that is bearish. And again, look at this pattern right here, folks. There's your shoulder, head, shoulder, your neckline. And again, it keeps on trying to get above that neckline, but it's still staying right on there. So that is just something else to keep in mind, folks, as we continue to watch how these trade. Now, all these three stocks, believe it or not, are slightly bearish in terms of their chart pattern. So I'm very curious to see what earnings do to them. All right, now again, do the patterns actually win out and we see the stocks fall, or do we see the overall market reverse to the upside and continue higher? The other thing I think that's kind of interesting as well is the Qs. If you look at the Qs, which is the NASDAQ 100, obviously a major move up here. I mean, it's just been an amazing move up on the Qs, but if you zoom out, you can clearly see that you're right into this double top pivot up here as well. Okay, so that's just something else that I'm kind of keeping an eye on as well, that you have the Qs, which is the NASDAQ 100, into resistance, and then you have bearish patterns on stocks that are reporting today. So I'm just, looking at these stocks and kind of reading the chart patterns, and we'll see how they play out today. But it is fascinating to me, no doubt about it. All right. Now, again, a couple stocks that I'm keeping a close eye on. Number one, THQI. All right, looks like there was a seller at 67 cents the last couple days. That has been taken out. The stock is slowly inching up today. Just hit a high of a day just in the last few minutes here at around 71 cents. And let me just bring up the chart. You can see right here, little pivot resistance. You blow through 71 cents. This should be a breakout. And again, I do believe that this stock will get a big move. The reasons why I believe that, why a big move is coming, is because 20% of the float is short, so that yields a short squeeze when it starts to pop. In addition, it's trading under cash value currently. They have about $50 million in cash, trading at about a $47 million market cap, $800 million in revenue. So again, trading under cash, $800 million in revenue makes it a very clear buyout target. And my expectation is you'll see a rumor in the not too distant future, possibly even more, about a buyout that sends this thing into short squeeze mode back above $1. And again, right around 70 cents seems a very lucrative area. I am currently long this as well, right in this area, as I do believe it's a great play. So my money's where my mouth is, obviously, here, as I do have it. Just low end of the chart, too. And again, you can see how the shorts tried to take it down here. Now it's slowly starting to float up. Shorts are having a lot of problems taking it below the 65 cent area. All right, buyers are just larger buyers are just accumulating down here, and that's another reason why I think it has a decent shot. So keep an eye on this, folks. This THQI, again, look for that break of 71 cents today as a good possibility for a bigger move overall. That should, in my opinion, most likely take you possibly, and I repeat, possibly back to this level at about a buck 20. That would be the upside major resistance gap window 50 moving average area. Okay. What else do we have out there that I'm watching? JP Morgan Chase right into the 200 moving average. We are talking about a little bit of resistance there. In addition, Goldman Sachs, beautiful 2-day move after earnings yesterday. That's a fantastic move there. Goldman Sachs resistance, you might wonder where it is going to be. There's a little bit of a gap fill right here. This is most likely where it's going to meet some resistance. See this gap fill? Right there, and that's right around the 110-ish, 109.75 level. Let's take a look at Apple Computer. Apple Computer made a new 52-week high and just kind of hovering now. You can see the move up's been nice, but it is losing a little bit of steam. Obviously, people are looking towards Apple's earnings to see if that's going to continue to make a big move. All right, let's take a look at Amazon, AMZN. Amazon, great move up here. We gave this out inside the research center based on bullish consolidation here. It was a beautiful up move. Most likely this is going to head for the 200. You short the 200. That's a no-brainer right there. If it gets to the 200, you short it. Now, just one more thing, folks. I want to make sure everyone's fully aware of this. This is extremely important. If you want to get swing trades, if you want to learn proprietary analysis techniques that hedge funds don't know, money managers don't know, that we have created here that work 9 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, huge success rate, then you come and take the 7-day free trial. It's a 7-day free trial, no obligation. That's the beauty of it, folks. You don't like it, you cancel it before the end. You're never charged. If you like it, you make money, which pretty much everyone does, then you just stay with us and you continue to make money for the rest of your life and build a fortune. All right, so again, 7-day free trial here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. You can take it to the Research Center, which is more for swing traders, or the Intraday Stock Chat, which is more for day traders, or you can take it to both at the same time. Doesn't really matter to us. We encourage you to come check us out, come try us out, see if you make money, and when you make money, you'll be a lifetime subscriber. It's as simple as that. All right, guys, have a great afternoon. Going to be a fun afternoon, fun evening as we get those earnings announcements out. I will be putting out some trade alerts probably this afternoon as well, so stay tuned for those, and let's make some money. Take care.